What's up guys, this is Massey. Welcome to another video. In this video I want to show you some more examples regarding remainder theorem. I'm gonna start with this example. It says determine the value of a such that when p of x equals to ax cubed plus 4x squared minus x plus 2 is divided by x plus 1, the remainder is 5. That's the first part. Let's do the first part first. I'm going to use the remainder theorem. So it says divided by x plus 1. So remainder theorem, it says we need to make it equal to 0. So then x equals to negative 1. Then we sub it there. P of x equals to negative 1. So a times negative 1 to the power of 3 plus 4 times negative 1 to the power of 2 minus negative 1 plus 2. That's going to be negative a plus 4 plus 1 plus 2, and that's going to be equal to 5. Therefore, negative a plus 7 equals to 5. So negative a equals to 5 minus 7. Negative a equals to negative 2. So a will be equal to 2. So the polynomial will be p of x equals to 2x cubed plus 4x squared minus x plus 2. And determine the remainder. This is the part B. Determine the remainder when p of x is divided by x minus 2. So x minus 2 equals to 0. So x will be equals to 2. So p of x equals to 2 is going to be 2 times 2 cubed plus 4 times 2 squared minus 2 plus 2. That's going to be 16 plus 16, which is going to make it as 32. So that's going to be the remainder when we divide the polynomial by x minus 2. Next example, it says determine the value of b such that when f of x equals to x to the power 4 subtract it has to be bx cubed plus 5x minus 3 is divided by x minus 2 and the remainder is positive 4. So that's gonna be x minus 2 equals to 0. So x will be equals to positive 2. Then we sub it into the formula. F of x when x is 2 is going to be 2 to the power 4 minus b 2 times to the power of 3 plus 5 times 2 minus 3. 16 minus 8b plus 10 minus 3. And that's supposed to be equal to positive 4. So negative 8b plus 23 equals to 4. So negative 8b equals to 4 minus 23, which is negative 19. So b is going to be 19 over 8. And then that's going to be the f of x is going to be x to the power 4 minus 19 over 8 x to the power of 3 plus 5x minus 3. And in the second part, we need to determine the remainder when f of x is divided by x plus 1. So it's going to be f of x equals to negative 1. That's going to be negative 1 to the power of 4 minus 19 over 8 negative 1 to the power of 3 plus 5 times negative 1 minus 3. That's going to be 1 plus 19 over 8 minus 5 minus 3. That's going to be 19 over 8 minus 7. So we have 1956 common denominator. That's going to be negative 37. So the remainder when we divide it by x plus 1 is negative 37 by 8. Next example, it says for what value of k will the polynomial p of x equals to negative 2x cubed plus kx squared minus 2x plus 1 have the same remainder when it is divided by x plus 2 and x minus 1. So that's going to be x plus 2 equals to 0. So x will be negative 2 The other one is x minus 1 equals to 0, so that's going to be x equals to positive 1. So we sub it in both of them, x equals to negative 2, that's going to be negative 2 to the power of 3 plus k times negative 2 to the power of 2 minus 2 times negative 2 plus 1. That's going to be positive 16 plus 4x plus 4 plus 1, which is going to be 4k plus 21. And the other one is going to be p of x equals to 1. That's going to be negative 2, 1 to the power of 3 plus k times 1 to the power of 2 minus 2 times 1 plus 1. That's going to be negative 2 plus k minus 2 plus 1. That's going to be k minus 3. So that's going to be 4k plus 21 equals to k minus 3. And it is 4k minus k equals to negative 3 negative 21, which is going to be 3k equals to negative 24. Therefore, k will be negative 24 divided by 3, which is negative 8. So the polynomial will be p of x equals to negative 2x cubed minus 8x squared minus 2x plus 1. That's the polynomial. Next one, it says, for what value of c will the polynomial f of x equals to x cubed plus 4x squared plus cx minus 1 have the same remainder when it is divided by x plus 1 and x minus 2. So x plus 1 equals to 0, so that's going to be x equals to negative 1, x minus 2 equals to 0, so that's going to be x equals to 2. So f of x equals to negative 1 is going to be negative 1 cubed plus 4 negative 1 squared plus c times negative 1 negative 1. That's going to be negative 1 plus 4 minus c minus 1, which is going to be 2 minus c. The other one is f of x equals to 2 is going to be 2 cubed plus 4 2 squared plus c times 2 minus 1. That's going to be 8 plus 16 plus 2c minus 1, which is going to be equal to 2c plus 23. So 2c plus 23 equals to 2 minus c, and that's going to be 2c plus c, and here we have 2 minus 23. So 3c becomes equal to 2 minus 23, which is negative 21. So c will be negative 7. Then you can write the polynomial x cubed plus 4x squared minus 7x minus 1. So that's going to be the function. So next example, it says determine the remainder when 6x cubed plus 5x squared minus 3x minus 3 is divided by 3x minus 2. So I'm going to use remainder theorem. So 3x minus 2 equals to 0, which means that 3x equals to 2. So x will be 2 over 3. So 6 times 2 over 3 to the power of 3 plus 5 times 2 over 3 to the power of 2 minus 3 times 2 over 3 minus 3. That's going to be 6 times 8 divided by 27 plus 5 times 4 over 9 minus 2 minus 3. 6 times 8, 48 divided by 27. 20 divided by 9 minus 5. This one we can reduce it by, I would say 3 is going to be 16 over 9 plus 20 over 9 minus 5. That's going to be 36 over 9 minus 5, which is going to be 4 minus 5 over negative 1. So that's going to be the remainder. Now let's use long division for the same thing and check if it's going to give me the same answer. So I'm going to say 6x cubed plus 5x squared minus 3x minus 3 divided by 3x minus 2. So 6x cubed divided by 3x is going to be 2x squared times this guy is going to be 6x cubed minus 4x squared. Cancel out. 5x squared minus negative 4x squared 9x squared minus 3x. 9x squared divided by 3x is going to be 3x. 3x times 3x is going to be 9x squared minus 6x. When you subtract them, these two cancels out. And negative 3x minus negative 6x is going to be 3x. And then you bring negative 3 down. 3x divided by 3x is going to be 1. 1 times 3x minus 2. When you subtract them, is going to be negative 3 minus negative 2 is going to be negative 1. So as you saw here, the remainder was negative 1. And here, by doing long division, we figured out it's gonna be negative 1 as well. But in this case, when you do the long division, we have the quotient as well. This example, it says when the polynomial mx cubed minus 2x squared plus nx plus 1 is divided by x plus 2, the remainder is 1. And when it is divided by x minus 1, the remainder is negative 2. Find out the values of m and n. So the first time is divided by x plus 2, which means that x is going to be negative 2. We sub it there. It's going to be m times negative 2 cubed minus 2 times negative 2 squared plus n times negative 2 plus 1. That's going to be negative 8m minus 8 minus 2n plus 1. That's supposed to be 1. Which means that negative 8m minus 2n, negative 7, you move it there, positive 7 plus 1 is going to be 8. That's going to be one equation. The second time we divided by x minus 1, which means that x equals to plus 1. So when we sub it there, it's going to be m1 to the power of 3 minus 2 times 1 squared plus n times 1 plus 1. That's going to be equal to negative 2. So we have m minus 2 plus n plus 1 equals to negative 2. So m plus n equals to negative 1. So now we have a system of linear equations. I can use elimination method to solve it. So I multiply the second equation by 2. Then you add them. These two cancels out and we have negative 6m equals to positive 6. So m will be negative 1. And then we sub it there. M plus n supposed to be equal to negative 1, which means that n is going to be 0. So the polynomial will be negative x cubed minus 2x squared plus 1. So that's going to be the polynomial. So these are the examples I prepared for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment if you have any question related to remainder theorem. Thank you for watching and have a great day.